Hey everybody, welcome to Mike Lil's channel. Wherever you're tuning in from, good morning, good afternoon and good evening. So today I thought I would do a video in regards to technical indicators on the exchange and some of the indicators I use and why I use them. Okay, so just on the screen now you will see the Binance chart, and this is pretty much how my Binance chart is set up every day when I trade. Okay, and as you can see on the Binance chart, the different indicators I've got up there. Okay, so you've got the RSI, which is the relative strength index, and pretty much it shows momentum or indicates momentum around measuring your recent price changes. So I normally just use it to show whether a coin is overbought or oversold. So when the RSI indicator is up near the RSI sub 70 line, which is this line here, then I know it's overbought. When the RSI or relative strength index indicator is near the RSI sub 30 line, which is down here, I know that the coin is oversold. So I use the relative strength index indicator for that specific reason. I use it on the 5-minute chart. So you've got the 5-minute. I also use it on the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the 1 day. On all the charts, I'm always looking at the RSI. I like to know where it's situated in that, or where that price is sitting in those different time frames. It helps me to understand what I could potentially do on the 5-minute when I'm trading. And then you've got the MACD indicator, which is this blue line here, and the signal is that red line. That is another indicator that I use. So the MACD is called the moving average convergence divergence. Okay, so I use it to help me with the crossover. So anytime the MACD crosses over that signal, then I know it's potentially heading to a bear price range within that 5-minute. When it crosses over to go from the top of the signal down, then I know it could potentially be heading towards a bear price range within that 5-minute. Okay, I also use this particular indicator on the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the 1 day as well. Again, I am clearly just looking at these indicators to help me know how I could potentially be trading on the 5-minute. I'm not the type of trader that likes to hold on to specific trades. I like to pretty much go and buy on a trade and sell it within as fast as I can, making a small profit, and small as anything around the 1% mark. There are times where I will measure the price ranges between the Bollinger Bands and the SMA to help me know whether I could potentially be making more, but this is what I do on my day to day. Okay, and then I've got the this yellow line here. They are also set as Bollinger Bands, so they're set as Bollinger Bands 3. I use these indicators to help me show where these candles are potentially dipping down towards. And as you can see in this particular chart, the candles pretty much are bouncing or resisting between the blue Bollinger Band and that yellow Bollinger Band. I am very simple when it comes to my trading. I try not to get too technical into my trading because my goal is just to get into a trade and get out of it and make some money. Okay, it's not about analyzing what could potentially happen on a long-term basis to potentially go in for a longer price range or profit when I'm trading. I'm not that type of trader. I prefer to just go in and get out, and that's what I use these technical indicators for. Okay, so I've covered the RSI, so that's the relative strength index. I pretty much just use it to look and see what the price ranges are, whether it's an overbought or an oversold in that time frame. I use them on the 5-minute, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the 1 day. And the same thing with the MACD. Pretty much I use the MACD to help me determine where it's situated, either if it's above the histogram or below it, whether it's crossing over to go above the signal or crossing over to go below the signal. I know that it's heading towards either a bull or sorry, either an overbought or an oversold price trend. Okay, so that's what they use them for. And then you've got your Bollinger Bands. So I mark mine all different colors because I like to know what they, which ones they are. So the Bollinger Band 53, I use this because I like to see, I often find that it tells me where the coins, once they spike below your regular Bollinger Band, the 52, it will normally stay within these resistance areas. So I use the Bollinger Band 53 for that reason. And then obviously you've got your regular Bollinger Bands that you will always work with on a day-to-day basis. Whenever I buy into a trade or a trade that is dipping or going down in price, I like it to exit that blue Bollinger Band, and often I will set my price ranges at around here, around where the yellow Bollinger Band is. Again, there are times that it could potentially go below it. I use this as a guide for whenever I'm going in to buy a trade. But if you go into Trading View, you'll also use your resistance levels that you will set up manually yourself. Okay. In a video that I have created on our YouTube channel, I talk about the 3 things that I use when I set up. And I mention how I use my exchange, how I use Trading View, and Trading View is clearly because it has all my resistance levels. And then I use Tab Trader, which is just the mobile app on my phone. Those are the 3 things that I use, and I don't like I said, I'm a very simple trader, and I don't like to have too many things to check on. I'm just really about getting on with the day and finishing it when it's complete, and then just enjoying things, you know, in my life, because I decided I wanted to be a full-time day trader, so I didn't have to feel like I was, you know, it was something that I needed to sit and do 24/7 or like a 9-to-5 job. Okay, so those are my 2 Bollinger Bands. Those are indicators I cannot go without. And then I've got the MA9. Okay, so this is something that I accidentally put on myself. I was actually meant to set up the MA99. So the MA is, you know, stands for moving average, and it pretty much identifies the trend direction determining resistances and price changes. So that's what your MAs are. But I accidentally added the MA9 indicator to my chart, and I just saw, you know, it sort of was a real amazing indicator or mistake for me, because it pretty much helps me show me where these candles are going on the 5-minute. I don't necessarily use it on any other time frames, but when I look at it on that 5-minute, like you see here, it spiked that MA, and now it's plain above it. Once it spikes the MA again, and you see how the candles are resisting between the MA, the SMA, where it's resisting between the MA9, the SMA, and the MA99. And I honestly, I love these indicators, because not only do I like to see where it's trending to help me determine what I'm going to do in a trade, I use them as resistances as well. And you can clearly see how the candles are resisting over between, on top or below that MA9 indicator, and the candles pretty much are trending with it, and it will trend either above it or below it between the other indicator as a resistance, and I love it. So that is the MA9, and then you've got the MA99, okay, which is pretty much the same sort of thing. It just measures, like I like to use the MA99, measuring it on a long-term basis as well as the 5-minute. And they're all amazing indicators that, you know, anyone, whether you're a beginner or a more advanced trader, these things, you know, even though they have their meaning or their job that they have on the exchange, they make really, really great resistances as well. And when you start to see how they work and how they trend on your trading day, you'll understand it. So I thought I would just jump on, do a video to show what indicators I use. So I use the RSI, the MACD indicator. Your Bollinger Band's 53, Bollinger Band's 52. So this is your average Bollinger Band that I use. And then you've got obviously your SMA and then your MA 9 and 99. And I clearly just use these because for me, it's all about just getting in, doing a trade and getting out. And these help me execute trades on a day-to-day basis, making my trading journey a success. And I thought I would just jump on and share the indicators, share my knowledge around the indicators, hoping to help someone out there that is trying to search. Okay, guys, but until our next video, be sure to subscribe and like our content, because we will be providing more and more as we go. We're all about going out there and helping people out there understand the crypto space and understand the crypto trading space as well. Okay, until our next video, take care and stay blessed.